Scorpio, my ultimate overcomers. All right, Scorpio, what is up? Now, you and Capricorn, I've been doing a lot. Some of you guys might be connected to a Capricorn today. I will not be using any tarot cards. Happy Palm Sunday. All right. I'm going to be going into the Bible and giving you guys a proverb. Okay. So, something about Capricorn's proverb that maybe y'all want to check out and understand, but it's also connected to this proverb as well. And all of everything is always connected. Some way, somehow, we are all connected, which is absolutely crazy. Some way, somehow, we are all connected. Okay, Scorpio. Now, wow. For you guys, we have Proverbs chapter 11, verse 15, which reads, "Whoever puts up security for a stranger will surely suffer harm, but he who hates striking hands and pledge is secure." Okay, so and this one, I was like, oh my God, I really didn't understand it, so I had to kind of look it up. And basically, what this proverb was saying, Scorpio, was that you know those who try to pay another person's debt, another person's karma, and you not really know this person, right? This person may be a stranger or whatever the case may be. You will surely go through harm compared to someone that I'm not paying for your debt. I don't got nothing to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta be like that. So this is kind of what this message is saying, Scorpio. So um man, it's kind of like telling somebody, I got you covered. I got the person covered behind me. Oh, I got you covered. And let me tell y'all what happened to me one time that I was coming from the doctor's office downtown and I was going to Kava. If you guys haven't tried Kava, definitely try Kava. Something about Mediterranean, something about the Mediterranean vibes, Egypt, um, South Africa, anything Mediterranean, Indian, something about that here, Scorpio. Okay, when we thinking about paying for people debts, okay, and also when you think about paying for people debts, some people have been paying for their ancestor debts. So they say like you've been paying for these ancestor debts. You owe us because your ancestor owed us, and you owed us because your daddy owed us, and your mama owed us, and all these different things talking about debts. Okay, so it says you will not pay for their debts. Okay, Scorpio, and I accept that in the name of Jesus. Okay, um, so yeah, exactly, because I don't want my daughter paying for my debts that I have did or created or whatever the case may be in this lifetime. Because I have a Scorpio daughter, So I'm just like, no. So hopefully, ain't nobody selfish. That's selfish where we have to be put in certain circumstances where we are paying for somebody else's debt. All right. Now, so back to the story that I want to tell y'all about how basically I how God is showing me certain things that I've done in my life comparing myself to these proverbs, right? So basically I'm at this kava restaurant and I'm there and this woman, she has a baby. She has a baby and her little stroller or whatever the case may be. Now it's my turn. It's a long line, but she's on the side. And like before I even got up to the front of the line, she was already standing right there for a long period of time. And everybody else just seemed to just be bypassing her, not letting her go. But it seems like she had been waiting on her order or waiting for something or trying to get the person's attention that worked there at the restaurant for a long time. So me being me, thinking that I'm gonna come in and be super save a hoe, you know what I'm saying? I come in, no disrespect, but I come in and I'm like, when it's my turn, and I'm just like, the lady, she can go. because she been standing right here for a long time. Everybody been bypassing her. I believe she needs something from you. That's what I tell the person that's about to place the order, like trying to take my order or whatever. And she like, oh, okay, how can I help you? And the lady was like, oh, I have been waiting on a certain meat, is that meat ready? She like, oh yeah, that meat is ready, I'm so sorry, blah blah blah. So I let the lady get in front of me or whatever. But then come to find out that all of a sudden the lady, she wanted another bowl and another bowl. Like she kind of basically held the line up more, because that wasn't all what she was waiting for, but she wanted like more and more things. So it was kind of like showing me how I should never let her go before me. I know it seems weird, but trust me, if you like look at it in life, you like, you should never waited. You should have just kept going, because once again, if the lady needed something, she should have spoke up. Okay? So it's about when to step in certain situations and when not to step in certain situations. Okay? So in life has shown me, it's like you should have let a person speak up for themselves instead of speaking up for them. And that's sometimes what we have to learn too as well, that sometimes certain people will not speak up for you is because you're not speaking up for yourself. Okay? Now, once you speak up for yourself, then other people can speak up for you. So that's kind of the situation that I was getting. And then that same day, it was like me on the bus, and somebody was like running for the bus. But I was like, oh, they running for the bus. They trying to get on the bus. I speak up, say they trying to get on the bus, trying to do the right thing. Okay, so he run, he get on the bus. He like, oh, thank you, thank you. He's talking and talking. And then it was just like, he got off at a whole later stop. He's like, oh, dang. It was just certain things that was just showing me where I shouldn't get involved at all. Even though I feel like I shouldn't get involved. And in the Capricorn message, which is kind of the opposite of this, it was showing me where I should speak up, even though I shouldn't have spoke. Like I should have spoke up, even though I didn't speak up. So it's all about knowing to do the right thing in the right moment, when to cover somebody, but also when to know when you shouldn't. In situations where, because it's basically saying in this verse, it's like strangers, somebody that you don't really know like that. You know what I'm saying? In situations where, okay, it's your child, okay, it's your mother, okay, it's your lover, it's somebody that you've been knowing, it's the right thing. That's the right thing to do, which is to speak up and not just back down or accept just certain things, right? But in certain situations where it comes to just maybe strangers or even different situations in life, it's like, okay, I'm not going to speak up. I'm trying to kind of give a scenario as well, Scorpio. I know I'm all over the place, but this can also be a situation where, let's say, this is your child and your child is being bullied at school, right? And you tell your child, do not talk to these people no more. Don't associate with them no more. Don't do nothing. They doing all this stuff to you. They touching you. They hitting you. They doing all these different things to you at school, right? Then leave them alone. Don't talk to them. They hurt you. Don't talk to them. Don't be their friend. They want to isolate you. Don't talk to them. Don't be their friend. Now, you know, of course, when it's your child, you may feel like, okay, well, I gotta protect my child. So your child comes to you like the second time, and they like, oh, they bothering me. They this, they that, they that. You might come up to the children and respectfully tell them, do not put your hands on my child. You see what I'm saying? Where you're coming in for your child saying, don't put your hands on my child. Right? Now, you go back, and then your child go right back talking to them friends that you didn't just like not cussed out or anything like that, but respectfully just told them, don't put your hands on my child. You take up for your child, and basically your child go right back to those friends that they steady crying to you about, that's bullying them, that's doing them wrong, that's this, that's that, that's that. So this is kind of like that. Like, you have to know when the right time to step in and when the right time to not step in, because it's like, okay, I could have got in a fight with them, their parents. I could have cussed these kids out in situations because you coming to me and you crying to me telling me that they doing something to you, which I don't like, but at the same time, you steady going back. Okay, so that is something that it's kind of like, I feel like that's what this proverb is actually talking about, because that can harm you as well. That can harm you. All right, Scorpio. So it's something about that. Y'all might be dealing with that in a certain situation or something like that. This also reminds me of a message that I had did, and I was talking about, oh, you did me wrong, you did me wrong, and it was about me talking about how a guy had did me wrong, or a guy did somebody else wrong, whatever. And at the end of the day, you could have a friend that's telling you, okay, leave that man alone, leave that man alone, leave that man alone. He no good for you. Leave that man alone. And then you not leave that man alone, and that puts you in a predicament where you're mad at your friend, or you and your friend don't talk no more because you won't leave that man alone. But all you do is complain and cry about how the man ain't treating you right, or what the man is doing to you. And it's not that the friend don't want to see you happy, or it's not that the friend don't love you. The friend does love you. It's just they frustrated with you steady going back to the man that's treating you wrong. So sometimes that can be us as well. And it's like, I'm trying to cover for you. I'm trying to cover your debts. I'm trying to have your back. I'm about to beat this man ass. All this knowledge for you. And yet you're going to go right back to the man. Fuck no. I am not. I will not. After a while, they be like, look, okay, you gotta do it your own way. And your own, you gotta find your own way. You gotta figure it out yourself. And that's what that message was about. And sometimes in life, we got to figure stuff out ourselves. Okay? We got to figure it out ourselves. And sometimes it takes us a long time to figure it out ourselves. And even if I had a friend that's like that, and I might be that friend my damn self, but even if I had a friend like that, I would still be like, I love you, but I'ma love you, and when you ready, I'll be here. But until then, I'm not getting in it. Okay? Because I hurt somebody. And you won't like if I hurt somebody for you, because you still love them. So when you're ready, I'm still here with open arms. I'm still here to love you. I'm still here to be your friend. I'm still here to hug you. And I might say in a nice way, I told you so, but you know, once you're completely over them, I'm gonna be like, I told you so. So that is another way that this basically can relate to life with this proverb. Okay? Because guess what? The friend that says, I'm gonna wait for you to realize what somebody else is doing to you so I won't hurt myself or hurt you in the process, is like, I can't allow myself to become hurt, or our relationship to be this tainted because of something that you just can't see yet, or because of the debt that basically you owe. And I might be getting in the way of God's job of trying to teach you something, of God's lesson. So when I tell you and I tell you and I tell you, but you don't take my advice, I understand. And it's not that I don't love you, but I have to get out of the way of your debt and allow you to figure out your debt, allow you to complete your debt, allow you to clear your debt, and allow me to work on myself so I won't be in harm's way, so I'll be secure, and so that we can come back and we can have a great relationship. Okay, so that is what I got for y'all, Scorpio. I know it was all over the place, but it's something about the number 8 too. Okay, peace. Yes.